Oh, wait. This is a video about crypto. Whoopsie. Alright. Who didn't like that awesome, that awesome thumbnail? I thought this was just the perfect one for this awesome news I'm about to share with you guys that I've found out. No one else is talking about it. Um, if you guys know the original art, this is a Mario Kart Double Dash for the GameCube, one of the best consoles ever. Um, it's Pulsechain Double Burn, guys. There's some, I don't know why Richard hasn't mentioned it at all, but you know how Pulsechain has a 25% built-in burn rate. There, I'll get rid of the logo here. Boop. Well, there's actually another burn on top of that that no one's been talking about. It's pretty huge from my calculations, percentage-wise, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. So everyone's pretty hyped up about, whoa, 25% of fees burnt, deflationary. Never gonna be any more, uh, never gonna be any more pulse chain ever created, guys. So it, that is so good for price. I don't think people are even prepared for that. Um, so let me tell you what I know. So we are one of the few chains that gets to benefit from having EIP 1559 implemented into our basically source code at launch. Binance Smart Chain doesn't have this feature. They had to build something else. They had to do a different proposal, BEP 95, BEP 95, where they implemented like a 10% burn to kind of compete with, oh, Ethereum's starting to, not be as inflationary. It's some days it's even deflationary with the amount of supply it creates depending on demand. That's how powerful EIP 1559 is. So not only do we have a basic 25% of fees are burnt for Pulse Chain, on top of that, let me show you. EIP, oh, not the, secret news. Okay, one sec. Where is it? This one. Let me make myself smaller here. You guys are going to love this. So this is talking about EIP 1559, and I have researched like all types of articles. Didn't just pick the first one I found, but this is the numbers that I've seen all types of places. So basically, EIP 1559 changed the fee system so that there's this base fee that is algorithmically selected depending on how full the blocks are. And it also made it so blocks can also scale the gas limit, which just means how much more space is in the block by up to 2x. For Ethereum, it's 15 million to 30 million gas limit. And then there's, for our blockchain, it's going to be from 40 million to, I think, 80 million. And so that's just extra block space. Plus, we have 5x faster blocks. Five! Count them! Count them! Why is I'm off screen? 5 times the block speed, which that alone means we're just 5x faster. I don't know why on Pulse Chain it says 4x faster, because if you go by the blocks, we have them every 3 seconds on average, and so at the end of the day, let me see here. So ETH has around 5,760 blocks per day. Let me put myself on screen a little bit here. Boop. And Binance Smart Chain, which we are technically a fork of, we have 28,800 blocks per day because we're just that much faster. And if you do the math, that is exactly 5 times 5760. So we have 5x the throughput plus the gas limit increase, which means we can fit more transactions in each block than Ethereum. So you actually have to multiply that throughput together. We have the block speed, so we have more blocks, 5x. And then if you raise the gas limit 2x, you're actually at 10x the speed of Ethereum. And then you can even scale that even more, increasing the gas limit. It's effectively increasing the block size, which just allows you to get way more transactions in. So we have like insane throughput, guys. You don't need to get into the nitty gritty with it, but that should keep fees extremely cheap for a long time. Now, the exciting thing that I want to talk about is the burn that happens now with EIP 1559, which our blockchain will have implemented in the base code on top of our 25%. So I did the math, and these guys said, so the base fee is always burnt, and what the miners get is actually only this small priority fee. And so they basically have lost a huge chunk of their fee revenue ever since this London hard fork has taken over. And what's happening is a lot of that fee is just being burnt. The people the core developers who they implemented it, they basically were like, yeah, the base fee is expected to account for anywhere from 25 to 75% of the total transaction fee. So that means we have a 25% just removed from Pulsechain alone. Then with EIP 1559, we remove another 25 to 75% on top of that. So we're like we're like omega super deflationary. So I did the math. So if we have a base, say we're not going to give you the exact numbers, but percentage wise, if you reduce something by 25%, and then you reduce it by 25% again, if you take what percent of the total that has now been reduced, for each one, I'm going to go through that. So 25% of 100 would be you're at 75. And then if you take another 25%, then you're at like 58.25 or something like that. But the total effective burn, because we're not calculating what everyone is like their reward, we're calculating just the burn. So the total burn, I'll just give it to you. If we have an average of 25% of the base fee is what is being charged and burned, plus the minus 25% right off the top from it being on Pulsechain, that means that would be 43.75% of every transaction, the fees that are generated from that, burned. That's deflation, super deflationary. Now, if we have 25% cut off, from Pulsechain, then another 50% off, because look, they say 25% to 75% of the total transaction fee is burnt. Then our effective total burn rate per transaction is 62.5%. It gets even better. If we have 75% of the total transaction fee, if we check that number, and the minus 25% after that, the total burn percent effectively is 81.25% burn per transaction. What? This is going to be the new where did the ETH go, although it's going to be Pulsechain, because it's just getting burnt. It's just getting removed. It's insane. That is so much. Like, these validators are not going to be making insane. Like, there's going to be a lot of this pulse going through it, but man, they probably aren't going to be earning too much if 80% plus of their potential rewards are being burnt. It's more like if you're going to become a validator for the chain, you must have a lot staked and you want the chain to do well. So it's based on people who want to do good things for the environment, the ecosystem. Those are the type of people who would get enough of their own stake of Pulse to run a validator node. And so I think it like aligns incentives there as well. It's not like just a money grab and they're doing it for money. They're kind of doing it to, I want this to succeed and I don't want someone else to have more stakes, so I'm going to protect my own bag by becoming a validator myself and validating these blocks. So, man, that is insane. So let's check out what BNB's got. They were like, hey, we need to set up something similar to what ETH's got with their EIP 1559, because they didn't implement that because they were already created before this came out for Ethereum, and they didn't implement it into their stuff. Maybe it doesn't work with theirs. Because this is like just an extra bonus. Richard created, he's developing Pulsechain, and then this huge ETH fork comes out, London hard fork, that changes the bidding structure for gas, and it turns out it burns a lot of the Ethereum, and so that'll burn a lot of the Pulse for us because we're taking their code. We're being Ethereum, but with way more supply, so that transactions are just much cheaper with more block space and more blocks per second. Yeah. So we're gonna have super throughput. We're gonna have all their tickers. We're gonna have all their coins. Everyone's gonna get the world's largest airdrop, and 80% plus of every transaction is burnt. So what? That's crazy. This is going to be super deflationary, guys. So what BNB did, or Binance Smart Chain, they instituted BEP 95, which basically made it so that 10% of every transaction fee given to miners is actually burnt instead. So they get to keep 90%. If they only have a 10% burn. It's like they don't even have a basic 25% burn like Pulsechain has off the bat. They only have 10%. So we're going to have 25%, which is already 2.5 times what they have. And I did some math on like what's their USD in transaction fees per day, and it's like total they have like 2 million. They have 5,000 BNB in transaction fees a day on average lately. And if the price of BNB is 400 each, which it was just recently, that's around $2 million of transaction fees a day. And 10% of that's getting burnt, which is 500. And so that's $200,000 is being burnt per day. So if, say we get USD value-wise, we're not going to get into the nitty-gritty of whatever, but say USD value-wise, we have similar utilization as Binance Smart Chain, and we have $2 million worth of fees per day. We'll just say that's the case. I'm not saying that will be the case, just using it as an example. Just right there, we have 2.5 times the burn rate that they do, so we would be burning 500,000 of the $2 million each day with just the 25%. If you add in EIP 1559 on top, we're burning like if you go to the high end, it's like 1.6 some million dollars of burn out of that 2 million every day. So you're constantly reducing the supply of Pulse like crazy each day. I have some numbers on the annual deflationary schedule of Pulse, but I'm not going to show you in this video. It I don't want to start. It's pretty crazy, but I can't share it, okay? It's a little too much for everybody right now. So let's get into the rest of the video. This could be something that we may see for Pulsechain. We're seeing like a daily burn. It's real time. This is how much BNB there's been burnt from this automatic BEP 95 that they implemented. Imagine how large the number will be for Pulsechain. Can you imagine? Look at that. And how cool would it be to look at the supply. It just keeps going down, And what do you think that's going to do to price whenever the demand's the same or increasing, but the supply's going down? What happens? What happens to the price, guys? 81.25% burn? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see here. Another interesting thing, I mean, I don't know if it's necessary to know, but we should, what the London hard fork seems to have done, Richard just said it hasn't lowered the gas fees or anything like that, and all the gas fees are still crazy. But the goal of the hard fork was more to smooth out the volatility of gas fees by setting up this system where it exponentially gets more expensive to transact if there are full blocks in a row constantly. And so because of that, base gas fee is algorithmic. And so since that's going up by 12.5% every full block that's full, every 20 blocks, which is only in a minute, that takes 1 minute to get a 10x in the gas price. So every 2 minutes, you get 100x the gas price. And then it's another, if you have a third minute, it's 1000x the gas price. And so it's like crazy if you think about it. So what that does is it reduces how many people are like, okay, well, I'll just wait, and it kind of comes down more naturally, and you're not accidentally overspending to get into a block, and you can actually get in on average at a better rate than you would have in the old system with the first auction type. So yeah, that should be great for Pulsechain. We're kind of just getting all these awesome, sweet updates that Ethereum is having, and we're kind of making it work in a better system with Pulsechain. So it's pretty sweet we get to benefit from that. And here's something I've been checking out today. I was like, let me go check what the burn rate is for ETH transactions right now. I wanted to see how much of the transaction fee is base fee. Is it 25%? Is it the 75% number? Let me go check. I went and I checked several different transactions, and it was crazy. Oh, whoops. Why isn't that zooming in? Oh, it's control. Okay. So I just picked this one randomly. You see this base fee? This gets multiplied by the gas limit used by the transaction. This is how gas fees work, and that creates how much. It's this plus the max priority. This is all that the miner gets, or validator in our case. They get 1.5 gwei. They get whatever percent that is of this together, I guess when you combine them. Whenever you multiply that by the gas units, whatever percent that was, that's the only part that the miner gets. The rest of this is burned, so all the costs that you pay is burned. So look, the whole transaction fee total was $2.96, or 66 cents. $2.58 of it was burned, guys. The miner didn't get this. He got like 8 cents out of that. It's like he got like 3% of the total. So 97% burn rate from EIP 1559. Whoa, wait. K for K, are you telling me we might be seeing 97+% burn rate for Pulsechain transactions? Wait, that can't be serious. You can't be real. That's what it looks like, guys. That's the Mario Kart double burn. All right, that's the Mario Kart double burn. All right, I got to get back to playing some Mario Kart Double Dash. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you want more content like this. This was such a fun video to make. I spent way too much time making the thumbnail. I know I'm terrible at it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit subscribe if you're new. Be excited about this. This is pretty awesome. I don't know why Richard doesn't talk about it, but we're going to have this implemented. It's already on testnet. I've been checking it out. I've been on testnet. I've been staking in the validator rotation and, earning pulse. David Feeder gave me like 5,000 test pulse. He's a beast to help me out and start staking and stuff, because you don't get any fees. You don't earn any rewards if you don't have a certain amount of the, like, you can't put in one, like 0.0001 pulse to earn some of the rewards. Like, you would get such a little amount that it's not worth giving you the amount. Like, the numbers don't go that small. And so you have to have a certain threshold of the delegated amount to earn any rewards, basically, that are significant enough to be worth giving you. Anyway, he helped me out and sent me some, so I've been messing around with that. Testing all this stuff, all the burn rates. Dude, this is crazy. We're going to be burning so much pulse constantly, percentage-wise. So, anyway, peace out for now, guys, and yeah, have a good one. Peace.